Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for rejoining me. My name is Amy and I'm really trying to unpack a lot of information that I have learned, and I'm trying to unlearn a lot of things from diet culture and trying to really understand and know, like, what exactly is it that we should be doing, and how are the things and the narratives that these companies are putting out, how are they impacting the narrative that we have in our head? And last week I did a pretty emotional one because Beachbody in particular has had a very negative impact on me, and so I wanted to talk about Autumn Calabrese and her workouts. Now, trigger warning, I will probably be talking about eating disorders or disordered eating, diet culture, and giving my opinion. All of the things that I'm going to include are strictly my opinion and how it impacted me. I can't speak for anybody else. And also, I'm not a registered dietitian or nutritionist, nor am I a physical fitness professional anymore. I was certified to teach group fitness, which really is what Autumn is doing in these programs, is really teaching group fitness classes, but live, and pretending that you're in the room with her, which you're clearly not. Anyway, so I do come at it a little bit from that viewpoint, so I can understand some of the things that she's saying and doing, but not how they translate to an online workout. So that is where I'm coming from, and that is my viewpoint. So this is someone, I'm coming from a person who has had very disordered eating for a long period of time, for like 30 years, right? We're talking a really long time, and how these programs were kind of my breaking point. Once I finished Beachbody, I did still, even though I had finished the coaching aspect, I did still teach Beachbody course live classes for several more years. I actually just recently stopped when Beachbody sold. No, they didn't sell it. They just shut down their live workout, Beachbody Live. And I continued to teach P90X for a little while, and then I transitioned over to a different format. And I've been teaching that up until recently. And now I am going to just be figuring out how I can do some of these programs. Actually, I'm not going to do any programs. I'm just not. I'm going to do joyful movement. I have to be very careful with making sure that it's non-impact, and making sure that I'm taking care of myself and my body. So that's what I'm doing. But I really want to talk about some of these programs and how they impacted me specifically. And again, this may not be the same for you. It may not be the, I'm going to pull up while we're talking, I'm going to pull up one of the videos. It may not be the same, and that's okay. And it may not have impacted people the same way that it impacted me, and that's okay. It really is just to give you an additional viewpoint. That really is my goal. So with that being said, I am going to start. Okay, the first program I want to look at, and there's a very specific reason why I'm doing this, 80-Day Obsession. And 80-Day Obsession was the program that kind of sealed the deal for me, that I could not continue with Beachbody. And the main reason for that, one, when you are dealing with people who are trying to lose weight, who are trying to get a healthy lifestyle, right? Because that's Beachbody's whole thing. They're about living a healthy lifestyle, not about weight loss. It's lies. Psh. Anyway, when that is your goal, the fact that you are creating programs with some very triggering words for those with eating disorders, such as obsession, isn't okay. It's not okay. And it was very triggering for me. And I will also talk about some of the things in the actual program because it was some of the things that they included. It was really, really hard. Whew. So with that said, we are going to start watching 80 Day Obsession together, and I will pause it at various points so that we can debunk some of these things.
It's time to get obsessed.
We don't quit on ourselves, we are obsessed with finishing it.
Flat abs, firm sculpted booty, a total body transformation.
Again, okay, so, oh, that's a horrible place to pause it. It's fine, it's fine. Flat abs, sculpted booty, lean, it's all targeting the areas that you are most uncomfortable with, and that's the focus. It's totally on weight loss.
Ask yourself, how bad do you want this?
They said it couldn't be done in just 80 days, but guess what? We did it. And if you want to get healthy, lean, and strong with just...
Okay, so she's also correlating those things. Healthy, lean, strong. Not necessarily the correlation.
80 days of work, I'm going to help you succeed step by step with 80 Day Obsession.
Show me how bad you want it. That booty takes work. I'm sorry, but it's just fantastic.
80 Day Obsession has been a complete game.
Okay, I just want to point something out right here. And this is not to body shame anyone, or this was also my experience with Beachbody. This coach right here is one of the top 10 coaches that they have in Beachbody. She was top 10 this last year. She has been in Beachbody since, I want to say, 2010. Here is my point. If you are promoting a healthy lifestyle, then why do your coaches always have before and afters? Because if this is truly a lifestyle that we can live forever and we can implement, then why would coaches always have before and afters? So she has a before and after. This program was released in 2018. She'd been doing Beachbody for 8 years by this point. Is this truly a lifestyle? And the reason that I'm saying that is because I did the exact same thing. I would go through a program, finish the program, lose my mind because I had been restricting for so long that I would binge. Wouldn't lose all of my results, but would definitely lose some of the results and then start a new program. But guess what? That was also encouraged because then you had a new before and after. You wanted a before and after for every program. That shouldn't be the case.
Changer.
I have seen tremendous changes in my body.
I'm getting stronger every single day. And I feel like I could take on the world.
Fight for it, make it count, be obsessed with finishing it. This is such a breakthrough. Getting results like these doesn't take hours in the gym, and there's no starvation or cutting out food groups.
I needed something that was going to push me past my comfort zone and change me, and this program did that.
You want to know the secret? It's a different workout every day for 80 days, and an approach to eating that feeds the body perfect portions at the right time.
You just have to keep trying your best.
I created a program that works for me, and I know it will work for you.
I know it will work for you, and it works for her. Again, I am having some of the most amazing pauses, sorry, but that's a thing of beauty. I'm just saying. How do you know it's going to work for them? The timed nutrition is what she follows when she's trying to get into competition shape for a bikini comp. Most people, that is not a realistic goal. It isn't a realistic goal to be in a bikini competition. There is no reason for you to do the timed nutrition that she is training you to do. Additionally, the workouts are pretty dang intense, and again, not appropriate for every level. The other thing that I find interesting, all of the cast members are incredibly fit. Very few of them are looking for a before and after. They always have one modifier who is not bikini comp ready, and they're the ones who always are doing the modified moves. Guess what? I'm not bikini comp ready, but I don't need to do the modifications because I have sufficiently trained my body. It's just an interesting viewpoint, I think, for how she selects her cast members. They're not very realistic, in my opinion.
It's 80 brand new workouts in 80 days. No reruns, no guessing.
The whole purpose of filming 80 workouts is to stay off of that plateau.
I'm gonna be there with you every single day, just like if you hired me as your own personal trainer. My fitness and nutrition clients would pay over $2,500 for this kind of daily instruction. But you are gonna start with me for so much less.
You're right, they would, because they would be getting daily instruction. They would be getting you, right? They would be getting personalized plans versus a one-size-fits-all program that isn't going to work for everybody and that shouldn't work for everybody.
And I guarantee you fast results, or you don't pay. Load it up, here we go. It's amazing to do this in real time with us. When you're sore, we're sore too. When we tell an inside joke, you're in on it.
3, call pineapples. 2, no pineapples. If you ever hear them call pineapples, it's their safe word. They want to be done.
You get the convenience of being at home, but you feel like you're right in the gym with us as I train you day by day using 6 workout types that I customize to get faster progress every week and to get you results so fast you'll get obsessed.
Everything.
I think that's the other thing. Why are you obsessed about fast results? Why does it have to be fast? And that's one of the issues, because where she's saying that fast results and you're going to be obsessed and this is going to work for you, that then makes you know that if it doesn't work, it's your fault, not the program.
Kind of was just shrunken in. And I definitely have biceps now. I have abs. Actually, never seen these guys before. Like, hi, this is a first for us. Nice to meet you.
I'm also letting you in on my transformation secret called Time Nutrition. I teach you every aspect of meal planning with easy to follow tutorial videos. This is my personal nutrition schedule for getting maximum results, and this is the first time I've ever made it available to anyone other than my private clients.
In 80-Day Obsession, it isn't just about what you eat, it's about when you're eating it.
Time to eating really intimidated me at first, but to be honest, it has added so much structure to my life. Autumn tells you exactly what to eat, when to eat it, and she gives you lists of foods that you can have. It cannot.
Okay, what, when, how? You guys, the amount of control that this program has is crazy. And this is not something that you can do. It's not a lifestyle, basically. With this program, the first thing you eat is a pre-workout meal, and you're supposed to eat 60 to 90 minutes before you work out. Well, as a Beachbody coach, a lot of Beachbody coaches were actually, it was kind of our thing to get up early before our kids get up so that we could get our workout out of the way. That's what I had to do. I have 5 kids. I don't have time to work out during the middle of the day most of the time. So I would get up and I would do my workout right around 5 a.m. so that by the time like 6 a.m. came, I could breathe for a second and then get my kids up, get them ready for school. In order to eat that meal, I would have to be getting up by like 3:45 at the very latest to eat that meal prior to working out, because if not, it's going to sit in my stomach and I knew I would throw up. I don't like eating before I work out. And most of the people that I followed who did 80-Day Obsession didn't traditionally eat before they worked out. And then they did this and they were like, oh my gosh, this is a game changer and it is amazing. As soon as they quit doing 80-Day Obsession, they all quit eating that pre-workout meal. But then you do your workout, then you have a certain time frame that you need to have your post-workout in. Then you have your morning meal and then a snack and then a meal. You're setting timers so that you eat every 2 to 3 hours. When you eat those things, it's also very specific containers that you're supposed to eat. You're supposed to eat a red and a purple. Okay, so that would be a protein and a fruit. You're supposed to eat before workout, I can't even remember what it was. I can't remember. I think it was like a veggie and a protein and a carb. Anyway, so, but it's very, very controlled. As someone who has obsessed about food for most of my life, I knew I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Be easier.
And we use breakthrough compound movements to target your booty and abs with the Beachbody loops and sliders. String pulls her up and lets her down. So if you're ready to get obsessed and get amazing, dramatic, visible results like I got, join me in the cast Monday, January 15th to start the total body transformation you're going to be obsessed about.
I see changes almost every week. And that is what's really making me obsessed.
This program is going to change so many lives. Look what it did.
I have finally been able to lean out through my core, and I have gotten my booty back.
This is all about a healthy obsession while achieving the best version of you possible and seeing just how far you can take yourself in the next 80 days. Let's do this.
80-Day Obsession is exclusive to Beachbody On Demand and comes with over $2,500 in value, including tutorial videos to get you started the right way, plus 80 original workouts and Autumn's complete time nutrition food plan, food tracker sheets, recipes, and week-by-week motivational videos with Autumn and the cast called Weekly Obsession. And if you're not completely satisfied with the program, you don't pay.
When everybody else would say no, you say yes.
80-Day Obsession, starting January 15th, 2018.
Okay, so I have so many thoughts about this. So many thoughts. A couple things that I also want to point out. The program starting January 15th, 2018. The equipment that you have to purchase is anywhere from, I think it's like $30 up to $100. They use so many different equipment pieces that they want you to buy the slides, they want you to buy the bands, they want all of these different things, and they do this with each program so that if you're going to truly be a product of the product, you have to purchase the things. It is so frustrating. That is their way of getting the coaches. That is their way of making money because you have to do it. You have to do the program. So you have to buy the equipment. And what they also do is when the programs come out, they come out doing Beachbody On Demand first. And if you want to do the program early, you have to pay for early access. You have to pay to be able to do it. As a coach, I shouldn't say it's required. It is strongly encouraged that you do whatever the new program is. So you would pay for early access. Always. You would always pay for early access because otherwise, how in the world are you going to get sales? So you pay for early access and you buy the equipment. Tell me again how the coaches are not the customers. Okay. So that was 80-Day Obsession. And those were, I let you know my concerns with it. Again, this is in my opinion. These are all how I feel about it looking as someone who has been in diet culture for, forever. All right, we are going to now do the next program that I find problematic with Autumn, which is 9-week Control Freak. Who names this crap?
Introducing 9-week Control Freak. Like nothing you've ever done before. The commitment is real, but the results?
Okay, wait, like nothing you've ever done before. They also do this. They'll rename exercises and they'll be like, ooh, this is revolutionary. No, it's not. This is nothing new.
Unmatched. It's time to take control with 9-week Control Freak. I hope you guys are ready to take back control and to have a little fun along the way. This is a breakthrough program that literally gives you control of everything that determines how you feel and how you look. Your fitness, your nutrition, even your rest.
Down to brass tacks. You should try 9-week Control Freak because inside you is a control freak.
It is the first thing that I've ever tried that has actually given me the results I needed in a small amount of time. You gotta push, but if you push, you will get the results.
And I've got moves and tools you've never seen before. I'll help you get strong and sculpted from every angle with the control track.
So guys, we're hitting these multiple muscle groups. That's what Complex is about.
We'll burn fat with Tabata-inspired cardio and engage the abs and stabilizer muscles with innovative moves using the core ball. You want that strong, fit, healthy body? You can't wish for it, you gotta work for it. Plus, we'll kick your endurance up a notch while using the step. We're gonna embrace the burn. It's making us stronger. And I'll share the secrets to getting control of your food without sacrificing the foods you love. Healthy nutrition that will help you fuel your weight loss. But I need you to take control of your commitment, your effort, and your body. It's time to become a control freak. Each week inside 9-week Control Freak, I'll lead you through 5 different workouts that are 30 minutes or less. But the secret of this program is my revolutionary 3-in-1 training protocol called Density Complex Tabata Training, also referred to as DCTT, where you'll face intense exercise that combines the muscle-building benefits of strength training and the fat-burning power of cardio to keep your heart rate up and your muscles working hard. We start with density training. This is the ultimate hybrid of strength and endurance training. You're gonna perform 5 different moves as many times as you can before the clock runs out.
Okay, so I just want to point, she's like, this is revolutionary. We taught this in P90X. It was called AMRAP, as many reps as possible. Like, you didn't create this. You didn't create this.
You control the pace and you control the intensity in this race against the clock.
Come on, what can you get done in these 60 seconds? You can do anything for 60 seconds.
Then I move you into complex sets. These are stacked moves designed for muscle endurance training. This is back-to-back exercises without rest and without letting go of your weights or resist.
Okay, all programs do complex training. Like, this isn't a revolutionary idea. If you go to any gym or really any workout, you're probably going to get complex movements, especially in something like this where you're doing more of a group fitness setting. Yeah, and Beachbody condenses the workouts into such a small period of time. Like, this one is like 30 minutes or less, I believe. In order to get the muscle work that you need, you're gonna have to do complex movements. But the problem, and I noticed this with some of the exercises that they were doing, they seem a little complicated and they seem a little weird. They also are doing things that you would use different weight sets for normally. So it doesn't make sense to me.
Bands. This is where you'll feel the burn. And to finish you off, we got Tabata cardio to get your heart pounding for the last push to maximize your sweat and crush calories. This is high intensity cardio where you will push yourself as hard as you can, rest for a short moment, and then jump right back in.
Come on, guys. Empty out that tank right here. Finish it strong.
Combining these 3 powerful training methods into one workout is how I put you on the fast track to getting the body you've always wanted. It's all about working smarter, not longer. There are also total body toning routines, Tabata cardio only workouts, and controlled stretch sessions to help your mind and body restore and find rest. Plus, I made sure every workout has a modifier so you can get the results you're after no matter where you are at in your fitness journey. You can do this. I know you can. Even if you're struggling right now, you're gonna get stronger every single time you do it. Don't quit. I built 9 weeks.
Okay, so I know what she's doing here because I would do this as well as a group fitness instructor. Guess what? There are some times that you should quit. There are some times that you're either going to injure yourself, your heart rate's getting too high, you need to back it off. And the problem with doing this with her is that she cannot see you. She cannot see you and tell you, hey, your form is bad, you're using too heavy of weights. Hey, you're just coasting through and you should pick up heavier weights. Or you're arching your back, your knees coming over your toe. Like any of these things. Or when she's like, I would watch my class very carefully and I'd look and see, where's my heart rate? And if there was someone who I was worried about their intensity, I would tell them, hey, you may want to pull it back a little bit. She can't see those things. Instead, she's yelling at you to not quit. There are some times when you should.
Control Freak into 3 phases consisting of 3 weeks each. Every phase will build upon the one before while challenging you with new moves and tougher variations so you avoid plateaus and shed some serious pounds.
The only way we see results is if we stay consistent, even through the burn.
I'm also gonna give you the Beachbody Nutrition Guide with a focus on my most powerful tool for getting control of your food, the ultimate portion fix. This is my portion control container program that takes the guesswork out of eating healthy and creating delicious meals. This is how you get life-changing results and keep them.
Okay, here's my concern with this. And I'm gonna do a different video next week, probably on the gut week protocol, the 4-week gut week protocol. But if this is a revolutionary program that is going to make you so healthy, then why is she saying now that for 5 years she was struggling so much with her health, with her gut, with her food, and what was making her sick? Guess what? They're selling it to everyone. One of my concerns with the program, and again, in my opinion, it is way too low fat, way too low fat. It puts you in a starvation mode. The blue container is the fat and it's tiny. I want to say it's 1/4 of a cup. And you could have, I believe it's one of those a day, like 1/4 of an avocado. Nobody eats 1/4 of an avocado, or that would be the amount of cheese you could have. Like, what? Are we back in the 90s? Are you giving me light yogurt? Maybe that's why people were not feeling well and were not able to stick to this, because you are going on a low-fat diet and it does not work.
I love working out with Autumn. She is so inspirational. She's a tough cookie. What can you do in 5 more minutes? And I'm like, what can I do in 5 more minutes? Let's find out.
Come on, guys. You either allow this burn to break you or build you. And go!
Like, I can't stress it enough. Like, this has been the best thing that I've done for myself.
What am I gonna do next now that I've completed 9-week Control Freak? I'm gonna do it all over again, and again, and again. I feel like I'm a lifer.
I created 9-week Control Freak to help you finally take control of your body, your mind, and your life. If you give me just 9 short weeks, you'll discover how strong, fit, lean, and powerful you can become. Let's take control with 9-week Control Freak.
This is another program. The amount of equipment that you need for this program, let's look. I just am curious. So while we're looking right here, I'm gonna go online onto beachbody.com. Beachbody products. Okay. Again, with each of the each of the programs, I should say, if you're selling it as a coach, the recommendation is to do a total solution pack. They start at $160 and then go up from there. You can choose a nutrition pack with either Shakeology or with the performance line. That's the kind of the two different options that you have now. I guess when I was doing it was just Shakeology. I guess that dates me a little bit. So you have the Shakeology Essentials, then a Deluxe, and then a Best Value. So you've got all of those. Then you have the Performance Packs, and the Performance Pack comes with Energize and Recover. So those are the pre-workout and post-workout. Then you have the Go and Glow packs. That's Energize, Hydrate, and Collagen. Okay. That doesn't seem like the best idea, just saying. Equipment and accessories. So let's look, and let's go look and verify the 80-Day Obsession information. 80-Day Obsession 9-week Control Freak accessory bundle is $80. $80 for that program. 10 rounds, where is 80-Day Obsession accessories are $60. When Beachbody, they do their like Coach Summit, and then they'll do Super Saturdays or whatever, and they normally introduce a new program. I would say that they come out with 3 to 4 programs every year. So about once a quarter, you may get a new program. So you would be spending money every quarter. Now, this is the retail, and I believe coaches get a 25% discount. But still, you're buying your bundle, you're buying early access, then you're buying Shakeology, and you need to purchase the performance supplements. So you are spending a lot of money, Okay, so those were the 2 programs I wanted to look at. Now I want to do some looking at, the, oh god, this is a video that Autumn did, and it is 15 minutes, so it is a little bit long. But I think it is important to look at the things that she is saying within here and the problem that this is.
What's up, you guys? Happy Friday. It's a good Friday here. I'm having a good time down in the Keys. Just finished my workout with Christina. Coming on live again. I have something that I've wanted to talk about, actually. I've really wanted to talk about this topic for a long time. I've avoided talking about the topic because it's such a sensitive topic. But today is the day. I'm just going for it, and it's coming from a place of love and compassion, but we're going to talk about it. Can we just take a minute to say that making a negative comment about somebody's body in any way, shape, or form is body shaming, okay? So we don't call people mean names or say bad things about their body if they are overweight in any kind of way or on the plus size. I'm always cautious to even use these terms because it's like stepping over landmines to not offend people, and just know that I'm not trying to offend people.
And actually, most of the people that I follow prefer the term fat, because overweight is normally referring to the BMI, which is an outdated an outdated measurement that really has no bearing on actual health. So saying overweight or plus size, that is not okay. I'm not bagging on her for saying those things. It's just a part of education. But I agree with her. You shouldn't body shame.
But it's the same thing on the other side of the coin, you guys. You can't shame people because in your opinion, you think somebody doesn't look good, they're too thin. And this is coming from a place of somebody saying yesterday on my video, she was like, I'm not attacking you. This isn't an attack. I'm concerned. You look sick. You look skeletal. Your face looks skeletal. You look like you need to eat. And I'm like, first of all, you guys, I don't get offended. Let me say that. I really don't.
If she didn't get offended, she wouldn't be doing a rant. Just saying.
Very thick skin. I'm very secure in my body. I'm very secure in the way I look. I know how well I take care of myself. I know how much I eat. I also know that I just did an intense trip. I went from LA to New York, had tons of events in New York, flew from New York back to LA, was in LA for 12 hours and flew right back to Florida. So, maybe not a lot of sleep, but I also don't think I look tired at all in my video. But my point is this, is that that's still body shaming. Coming on and thinking that you can attack somebody because they are in shape and that that's okay. But that if I went on and said something on the other side of the coin, I would be like, cancel culture, you're the worst person in the world, things like that. So one, we have to stop body shaming in all directions. On one hand, I really like the movement that is happening right now with body positivity. But I will say this, I think the conversation is swinging too far to one side, and
it's killing my brand.
I think we're taking the body positive movement to this point of throwing our middle fingers up to health, and that I'm not okay with. And actually, you know, if you think about this, like let's look back for a split second. Look back at like models, okay? If you go back to the days of Marilyn Monroe, voluptuous, like curvy, and that was super in and super sexy, and that was the desired body, awesome. And I think Marilyn Monroe was like a size 10 or 12, great. That was like 50s. Then the 60s come along, and Twiggy, the model, is the new thing, and Twiggy is just that. If you look up photos of her, she is rail thin, and that becomes the new thing. And then you go into like the 80s, and if you look at the supermodels of the 80s, the Cindy Crawfords and the Tyra Banks, they were more athletic builds, right? Like not super curvy like a Marilyn Monroe, but definitely not super skinny like Twiggy, but more athletic. Then we get back into the 90s, it goes super skinny again. So we kind of always see this ebb and this flow of different body types. What I would say is this, all bodies are beautiful. I love that we're celebrating all bodies. I love that we're representing all sizes and shapes. I think that's amazing. It's so needed because healthy looks different on everybody, okay? And healthy looks different on every body. But
here it comes.
There is unhealthy on both sides of that coin and both sides of that spectrum. So if somebody is morbidly obese, and I'm using that in the medical term, if somebody is morbidly obese, that comes with higher risks of life diseases, okay? Lifestyle diseases.
Okay, and I can agree with her that there are some times that you could be morbidly obese and you could have some lifestyle issues or lifestyle diseases. Again, morbidly obese is something that is subjective on the BMI scale. Again, here's the thing. I totally agree with her. You should be focused on health. You should be focused on health. How do you do that? Do you do it by doing 80-day obsession or 9-week control freak? No, you go to a doctor, you get your test results, you find out where you may have some lifestyle diseases that may be coming your way. Are you pre-diabetic? Do you have high blood pressure? Do you have some of these issues? And then you work with a nutritionist and or a personal trainer and develop a program for you. That would be the appropriate thing to do. Not this. Not this. And being underweight is just as detrimental to your health.
Things like diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, things like that, okay? And we don't want that. We want everybody to be healthy or working towards being healthy, okay? So not shaming the body type at all, but just recognizing that when you get to a certain size, there are health risks that come along with that. And we can go right to the other side of that coin and say the exact same thing, that
it really does not depend on a certain size, though. It isn't a certain size necessarily that is going to cause some of these problems. Some of it is your genetics. So I think she was almost there. She was almost self-aware, but she still always goes back to the numbers. That is what she goes to every time.
If somebody was super skinny, let's use the medical term, if they were suffering from the eating disorder anorexia, right? That wouldn't be healthy either. And that would come with a lot of risks and complications as well. You can have a heart attack, you're malnourished, and that could lead to death as well. So both sides of the coin in the extremes are unhealthy. But in the middle, there's a lot of room, and that is okay. There is room for everybody, and there's room for every body type, and there is room to celebrate everybody. But we have to stop body shaming. That's point number one. The other thing is this mindset of diet culture versus health culture, okay? Like right now, if you say anything about being healthy, they're like, oh, you're supporting diet culture and you're telling people that they're wrong and they need to eat this way. No. Stop, time out. Let's stop making excuses for eating like shit. I'm just gonna call it like it is, okay? There is diet culture. There is starve yourself, crazy diets, only eat this one thing, cut out all this food, blah, blah, blah. That's diet culture, okay?
And she says she does not participate in it. Should we look at what her book is called? Lose Weight Like Crazy? Did she just mention crazy diets? Did she mention this crazy diet culture that, you shouldn't participate in? Hello? Seriously. Oh.
And no, I'm not about that life at all. But then there's health culture. That's where I'm at. That's where Beachbody is at. That's where our Beachbody coaches are at. That's where so many people are at. The doctors that I follow. There's health culture. And that's talking about taking care of your health. We can't cancel taking care of our health, you guys. That's gonna lead to some problems if you cancel your health. Okay?
Nobody is saying to cancel your health. Nobody is saying that. Cancel lose weight like crazy? Yes.
Okay, so eating right, fueling your body, balancing your treats with the healthy food, exercising, not to the extreme, but doing it regularly and taking.
She literally has a program called 21 Day Fix Extreme.
Taking care of your body, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, practicing self-care. That's not diet culture. That's health. That's taking care of this one body that you have to live in. If you want to cancel your health, go right ahead, but that's only going to lead to problems for you. That doesn't lead to problems for anybody but you. Why? Nobody wants those problems. Nobody wants to be sick, be uncomfortable, not feel good. And we got to make sure we're being careful about what we say and teach to our kids, okay? So there is a difference between diet culture and health and teaching.
Absolutely, and she is firmly entrenched in diet culture.
Health. So for all the people that are over here getting all mad about people like me or other trainers or nutrition professionals or doctors teaching health, you guys, you gotta stop, because nobody's shaming you. Nobody's trying to take anything away from you. We're just doing what we love. We're doing what we're passionate about, which is helping people find the balance and live the healthiest life possible. But it's really important. These are the two things that I wanted to talk about. I've avoided talking about because, like I said, I know it could get you in so much trouble if you say one thing in the wrong way. But body shaming is body shaming. It doesn't matter which direction you do it in, whether you're commenting on somebody that you feel is too big or too small. Body shaming is body shaming. Stop doing it. You wouldn't want somebody to come do it to you. And while I might have thick skin, not everybody else does, you guys. It just, like I said, I'm super secure where I'm at, and I've grown up, I grew up in the dance world. You better have thick skin if you want to survive that. But so many people don't have that, and you don't know how bad you could hurt somebody with what you say. And even, by the way, even somebody seeing a comment like that on my page might look at it and go, oh my God, that might be triggering to them. It might hurt their feelings to then look in the mirror and go, well, do I look sick? Do I not look healthy? Do I look that way? So just stop. If you don't have anything nice to say, like the person on here right now saying F you to me, bye, get off my page, bye, you don't need to be on here. But you gotta be careful, because like I said, while it might not bother me, it could really hurt somebody else. So choose your words carefully. Stop using social media as a place to hide and make negative comments. You're probably a negative person if you're doing that, okay? I can't imagine having time in my day to scroll through and say one negative thing about anybody on social media. I just don't have time for that. So anyways, stop with the body shaming, and let's be careful about what we say between diet culture and health. and teaching health. Let's go out there and teach health. Speaking of, one, I'm sweating. Ooh, it's hot out here.
Are you live?
I'm live. I was going on my soapbox telling everybody about cancel culture,
This
diet
is
culture,
Christina
health
that was
culture,
in
and body
her,
shaming since, you know.
Video.
You and I share same thoughts on this. Yes. Anyways, we're going to go get on the boat and enjoy our day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, so let's just talk about this a little bit to kind of wrap up. She's right there at the end. I don't feel like you should shame anyone, whether it is too skinny, you feel like someone is too big, and that is your perception. I have a daughter who is just naturally very slender, and it's hard if people comment on that. She's very self-conscious of that. That's hard for her. But where my concern is, and this has definitely come up lately, is she says that, you know, someone came on my page and was like, you don't look healthy, you look sick. And she's like, what? I look fantastic. She's now proclaiming that for the last 5 years, she has been really, really sick, and her gut has been horrible, and she has been on this journey, and she has been doing all of these things. Well, if the things that you were doing were not working for you, why were you still selling it to everyone else? But now that you have a new program, your narrative changes. This may have been a good time to be like, do you know what? You're right. I have been struggling and I haven't been feeling well. So what ends up happening, if anybody comments anything to try and hold her accountable, instead of responding, she calls you a hater or a troll. That is not the point, ma'am. We're trying to make sense of this, and the fact that she continually denies that she's part of diet culture. She had a whole video on her feed where she was just slamming Halloween candy and how horrible it is that it's available in September, and just going off. She does work very much on the shame and the shame aspect, and she says at the end that words matter. Words do matter. Absolutely, words matter. So when we start using words like lose weight like crazy, even if you have a crazy life, what? You cannot have it both ways. You cannot say, I am all about health and wellness, and then do crap like this. It's not okay. It's not okay. Now, could she do this? Yes, by coming out and saying, do you know what? For years, I have been talking about losing weight like crazy by eating ridiculously small portions, measuring out your spinach. What? And doing all of these things, but even doing those things, I was not healthy. I was watching a video that Shane Carl Deichler did on her new protocol, and he said 70% of our coaches and customers are struggling with their gut health. So they have been following all of your healthy living programs. I'm going to use air quotes on that, and they're not healthy. Oh wait, that's right, because you have another product you want them to purchase. And what are the supplements that are going to be included in that gut week protocol, in the 4-week gut protocol? I've got some guesses. I'm pretty sure that they're going to come out with a matcha tea. They're probably then going to come out with all kinds of supplements that is one more thing for you to purchase. I think it's fantastic that she wants to provide workouts, but I feel like she needs to quit talking about nutrition, because her understanding of it and her understanding of how it can impact someone with an eating disorder is really hard, and it feels like she's totally missing the mark. So I'm grateful that you sat and listened to my opinions about, in my opinion, the train wreck that Beachbody has become with Autumn right at the helm. And that really is, it really is what Beachbody is all about. Beachbody is all about Autumn Calabrese now, and strictly making money. So if you want an opportunity to truly become healthy, this isn't the way to do it. I would highly recommend seeing your doctor, figuring out where you are health-wise, not weight-wise, health-wise, and then working with a nutritionist. working with someone who is a registered dietitian, working with someone who knows what they are talking about versus just studying and trying to create another program to sell 1 million copies. I said what I said. Thanks. Again, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Comment down below. Please make sure and subscribe, like, and really help me kind of get the information out there of how damaging these programs can actually be.